couple questions in first. I'm going to go ahead and get you guys going. Please and thank you. I'm going to welcome all of you in. Put your questions in right now. It's all good. I know, E, you love it, right? I know, girl. You like my green? I know. I was crispy at school. People are like, dang, boy. I'm like, I know. You're not ready. Okay? I'm secure. All right, I'm going to go ahead and ask you your questions. E, stop laughing at me, girl. Wait till I see you. I'm going to laugh at you. Anyway, I'm going over questions right now. So I'm going up to the top. When you get in an accident, the first thing you want to do is make sure everyone is okay. Are they secure? Are they out of the way of traffic? Now, you got to take a picture or video of your car, their car, because people lie, they forget. Never admit fault. I'll say it again. Never admit fault. Because we live in a time today that there are cameras at gas stations, party stores, maybe a house across the street. So let's pretend there was a fatality. Let's pretend E ran a light, she hit someone, they died. Well, your lawyer may say, listen, the sunlight was blinding her eyes. E did yield. She looked left and right, and then the person came out. It's not my client's fault. That could happen. My advice to all of you, get a dash cam. I don't care what type it is, get a dash cam. It will help you become a better driver. You can review your driving, and it's really important that you do that. Guys, put questions here right now. I'm putting questions ahead. Dylan, you got to put a question in. Type it in right now. I'm not going to answer your question. You got to type it in right now. That's what I want. I want a question and answer session. And then this way, as a community, we learn more. I want to keep it going. Okay, I'm going up to the top and put your questions in. Please do that. Next. How fast could you go without getting pulled over? Ben, don't do that to yourself. It could be 10 over. It could be 5 over. Every law enforcement officer is different. Every neighborhood is different. Every thoroughfare is different. You could get pulled over going 3 over the limit in a neighborhood. If it's 25, you're going 27. You're dangerous. A bunch of soccer moms call, there's Ben. He's going reckless. Mom, I was only going 2 over the limit. Well, you could get a ticket. So you have to cover yourself. People are hypersensitive today. So they're concerned about their son, their daughter, a little boy, a little girl. Don't get caught hoping or wishing the police will go easy. The police are not going to go easy on you. The police and the community are fed up with people speeding, driving reckless, driving fast, okay, trying to deliver your cookies and you're late, right? So whatever excuse you have, the police have heard it before. How about you control your own destiny? Officer, I'm sorry, I was going 3 over, 5 over, 7 over. I'm sorry. Be honest. Okay, sir, ma'am, you were honest with me. You didn't lie. I'm going to give you a warning. Okay, sir, you were speeding. Instead of giving you 5 points, you're going to get 2. So if you're kind and take that adult, oh, I'm sorry, I'm talking to kids. You won't take any responsibility. If your cookies are nasty, I won't get a refund, right? We know who we're talking to, but what I'm trying to say is you have to take responsibility. And if you take that person responsibility, you're going to grow up sooner. I'm looking at questions. How do you change between light modes? Okay, in terms of headlight mode, usually it's on the blinker handle on the left or right. If you pull it towards you, that turns it to high beam, 2 headlights on, or 2 bulbs on, or low beam, 1 bulb on. Some cars used to have 2 sets of headlights. One set is for low beam. The other set is for high beams. But today, we have headlights that are much brighter. And if you turn on your high beams, the bulb will fully be lit. Again, I'm not a lighting expert, but what I need to do is buy some light bulbs and show you. I'm not sponsored by Sylvania Silver Star, but Sylvania is a very good brand name. And they offer lights that are 30% brighter, 40% brighter. You want a bright headlight to illuminate the road. Notice I'm using keywords, illuminate. You need to learn the right of way. The right of way is given So in some of the older cars, there used to be a switch on the bottom of the floor. You would push it with your left foot. That would turn on the brights. You push it again, that would turn it off. Every car is different. Some cars have a button on the dashboard. Most of them have them on the blinker. Could you explain? I will go over the worksheet in a moment. After segment 2, how many hours do you need before you take the driving test? The question is, how old are you? The question is, how many hours of driving do you have? The question is, when did your mom and dad take you to the Secretary of State to get your permit issue date? Let's pretend the class is over next Monday. Connor's mother took him 9 in the morning next Monday. So his permit issue date starts from that date. Let's pretend Connor's mother said, no, you're crazy in school. I'm going to wait for your grades. Your English teacher keeps calling me. You keep stalking this girl, Connor. I'm kidding. So your parent might wait 30 days, 45 days. Your parents don't have to take you to the Secretary of State the minute you get your digital certificate. They can make you wait. Driving is a privilege, not a right. It can be taken away. And the way a lot of you act, you're disrespectful, you don't want to work hard, you don't want to bake extra cookies, you don't want to advertise, you think your teacher, you think you just show up in class and get an A. Nope. You think you just sit in the car and you're going to earn your permit. You actually have to drive. If you're not coachable, you're going to sit in the back. A lot of young adults think they know everything. Unfortunately, that age group dies first. Now, there are some really bright lights with LEDs. You can buy them on Amazon storefront. You can buy them at some of your brand name automotive parts stores, but those cheaper lights tend to burn out sooner. They're not as reliable. And if they're too bright, you're going to blind other drivers and get a ticket. So I want to buy lights one time. I'd rather spend $70 on a good pair of lights, have a receipt, instead of buying something, no cap, Amazon storefront, TikTok storefront, Instagram. There are good products out there, but can you return it and get your refund? Oh, it's going to take 30 days. Bruh, I need headlights. I'd rather support my local businessman or businesswoman and say, listen, no problem, sir. Those batches of headlights had a problem from the manufacturer. We're going to give you a credit. Oh, by the way, can you use these lights for now? A good store will back up behind their product. Cheap stores just say, you know what, return it, and then they throw them away into a landfill. So it's really important that you understand. Also, new headlights are really bright. Example, I got a beautiful ring light from Elgato. It's about a year old. If I turn it up really high, I'm going to be blinded. But over time, your headlights wear out. Like you're driving your grandmother's car from 1992. Grandma, your headlights are dim. No, they not. Grandma, your headlights are dim. No, they not. You are so ungrateful. Mom, can you talk to Grandma? She's not believing me. Honey, it's okay. Mom, the lights are dim. Shut up. So your parents are used to cars. They've been driving 3 years, 4. Most people lease cars. They're not bad. Look, if you buy let's pretend you're buying a Cybertruck. Cost $100,000. As soon as you drive it off the lot, it's at $82,700. You can get a Cybertruck, okay, non-foundational, non-extender, $65,000. Over time, lights wear out, batteries wear out, gas pedals wear out. So if you guys are getting a used car, you've got to go do your maintenance, okay? Danielle knows one of you. Danielle's neighbor is going to give her a car, but she has Alzheimer's, no cap. One day, I'm going to give you the car. No, I'm not. So if you get a car that's been sitting 3 years, the first thing I do, I check to make sure there are no critters in there. No rats, no mice, birds, because they're going to make nests in a car. I would shampoo the seats. No, I'm not doing that. Well, I guess you don't want a car. I guess you don't want to work. If someone is giving you a car first, you got to do maintenance. You got to air up the tires. You got to look underneath. Are there critters there? Is there a bird nest? Are there animals in there? Because in the wintertime, animals nest in those areas. Okay? I would check it out. I would vacuum everything out, scrub the seats because it's going to smell like old man, old woman, old cat. It's true. So you got to clean the car out. You need to change the air filter inside the cab. Now, you got to open the hood up. Well, I don't know what I'm looking for. You better watch a YouTube video. You better learn what's going on. Okay, I looked at the video. I got to check the hoses. Are the hoses cracked? Yes, they're cracked. The car's been sitting for 3 years. Do not take this car to Cedar Point. You're not going to California to see Snoop Dogg because your car's going to break down in Atlanta, Georgia, and you're going to be crying, Mama! Your water hose broke because you had a bubble in the water hose. You knew like it's good. As soon as you go to Chicago, it's going to start overheating. So you got to check your belts and hoses for cracks. You got to check the belts to make sure they're not dry rotted. You got to look at the tires. It's like you're driving your grandmother's bike from 1929. Like, Grandma, there's a basket on here and the seat's all weird. Because it's a collectible edition Swin bike that's worth $10,000, but you don't know it. So I'm trying to crack a joke. If a car's been sitting 1, 2, or 3 years, open the hood up, open the windows up, let that boy air out. You better get some Febreze. Yeah, you better get some Febreze. He's like, yeah, keep preaching. Got to get some Febreze. Clean it out. The battery's probably dead. Okay, how do I change your battery? YouTube is your best friend. Okay, which battery? You better get the cheapest battery. Open up the owner's manual. That's a book with everything about the car, but you won't do that. If you get a cheap battery, it might not be strong enough when you turn on the AC, the heater, the headlights. So you can never buy a battery that doesn't have enough power. Okay, you get a new battery. You might have corrosion. You got to check all your lines. Okay, you check my tires are good. Make sure you got a spare tire. Okay, you might have to change the oil. A lot of people are sloppy on maintenance. The oil is black. It should be a caramel color. I don't. Okay, hold on. This is can you see this? I hate this. This is windshield. No, can't see it? Bruh, I hate. Can you see the Febreze?
Put it in front of your face.
Can you see it? Okay, you can see the Febreze. Get some Lysol, bro. You guys own that Febreze. Your grandma, baby, you better get some Lysol. Lysol? You better go to the dollar store. Can I have some Lysol? It's down aisle 9. Get some Lysol. This is like the Gen Z. Get some Lysol. Okay, clean the windows. If your grandmother or grandfather smoked, you got a sticky film on the window. It's cloudy. It's hard to see. It smells like old cigars and cigarettes. My grandfather chewing tobacco. He would chew it, then spit it. And I'm like, ugh, Grandpa, I don't want to be by you. My grandmother's like, what's wrong with you? Nothing. Grandpa. Ugh. Okay, so some of your parents smoke, pipe, tobacco. It's terrible. So you got to clean the car out, check the battery. And if it starts, you let it run, check the oil. You might have to do some maintenance, but you're going to get a chance to know your car and appreciate it. So segment 2 depends on your age, okay? You still have to wait at least 6 months. You can't rush time. How far do you stay behind a car in front of you? It's a car length for every 10 miles an hour. If I'm going 30, I should have 3 car lengths. If I'm going 40, 4 car lengths. A lot of beginning drivers tailgate. And then when they stop, you hit them and you look at me and I look at you. I'm like, no, 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 no. And then you crash. Don't tailgate. What is the proper way to skid? Steer into the skid. If you want to go left, look where you want to go. Lift your foot off the gas. Don't oversteer. I've been in the ditch before with students. They don't listen. They panic. Ah! I'm like, oh my God, they're about to kill me. I've been through a lot of trauma. You guys don't know. I tell you a story a day. What do we do if a driver swerves in our lane? Lift your foot, back off, keep space. You shouldn't be tailgating so hard that you can't read and react. What do I do whenever, hold on. What do I know? Whoa, can you? How do I know whether to stop or keep going at a yellow light? If you can stop safely in 3 seconds with 1001, no one does that. They just go through. Well, I guess you're going to go through and die. I guess you're going to go through and get a ticket. So you have to judge how fast you're going, how far we are from the light. You have to look at traffic. If a semi truck is coming, they're not going to stop. The car ran the light. The truck just hit them. And next thing, they're wrapped around a telephone pole. I have a great video tonight to show you. So we don't want to teach you to run yellow lights. We want to teach you to be smart. How do you handle road rage? You drive at the speed limit. Stop driving slow. Keep moving forward. When are we scheduling the rest of the drives? Tomorrow. I'm not rushed. Only a couple people have no drives. I will figure it out. I want quality of life. I want quality of life. And then some people came in the second day. It's not their fault. What I've learned in this business, you pick good times for me and you, and we're smiling. Right? I could drive you guys at night, but half you will fall apart. No, I can't see. Why would I put myself through that? And plus your parents don't want you out at night because you fall asleep 8:30. You falling asleep. Shaniqua, wake up. So I'll look at it tomorrow. What questions can you, my questions are, can you parallel park forwards? You can do both. You got to do both. You have to know how to park or people will laugh at you. They'll take pictures in your school, post you on Instagram. Yes, Shaniqua can't park. She parks sideways. So you have to learn how to park. We'll do this on drive 1, drive 2, parallel parking, angle parking, stall parking. You really have to spend time, but a lot of beginners don't want to do that. They don't. Biggest interference and distractions, your friends. Your friends talk too much. You got your tips frosted. Some girl likes you. You're eating your cookies. And then you're distracted. So you got to tell your friends, be quiet. You're the number one thing in the car. You have to have that personal responsibility. I'm driving. I'm responsible for all of you in the car. But a lot of you won't do that because we have a selfish generation. You're like, I don't care about you. Well, why is your friend in the car? Because they gave me $10 and I only got $1 and I'm keeping the rest and I'm getting a coffee and buying my cookies. So you have to take that personal responsibility. Do different cars? Yes, some cars have a really fast gas pedal. Some cars have a really slow gas pedal. Some cars have a really touchy brake. Some cars, you got to push the brake down and it still doesn't stop. Every car is a little bit different. What things about myself should I be questioning? That depends on you. E, you're getting a little too psychologically deep. E, you're already here. You're in class. You're in here. You good. I'm going to support you. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to guide you. I'm trying to build young adults. I'm not driving little girls or little boys, but some of you will act like little girls and little boys because you're immature. And occasionally, every 2 or 3 classes, we have 1 or 2 kids who just get kicked out because you're immature. This is not for clowns. This is for young adults. So I'm talking to young adults who want to drive, but you act like a child. That's on you. And I will find that out once I drive you and get you in the car. I always talk about mentoring, positive manifestation, entrepreneurship, getting a job, getting a car. If we manifest positivity, good things will happen. If I meant, oh, you're going to drive. Oh, E, you suck. Corbin, you suck. Ryder, you are a waste. Okay. G, you're garbage. If I say that to you, you're going to internalize that. I've never been like that. I've always been a very positive person because I manifest positivity. That's who I am. The best time to drive is whenever you choose. If it's in the morning, you're going to have people going to work. I don't have time to play with you. I'm trying to drop off these cookies. I'm trying to get to downtown Texas, downtown California, downtown Houston, Texas. If you drive in rush hour, you're driving too slow. I'm trying to get home. I'm trying to, where's my chicken? Can you see my chicken? Oh, you see that? You see that chicken shit? All right. So people are hungry. They're like, oh my God, I'm so hungry. I could eat my finger. So people get emotional. And like, I got 3 lights in my neighborhood. I'm taking the back way. I'm going 40. You're like, sir, my sister's riding her bike. I don't care. So you got to remember what time of the day. In the evening, chilled, relaxed. Okay. So every time is a little bit different. Do you always have to stay as a witness? If you're driving, you are the driver and a witness. If you're a passenger, you're a witness to what your friend did and the other car did. You want to be honest. If your friend was wrong, bro, you honest. I'm not lying. You got me covered? What does that mean? You ran the light. You hit the lady. I'm not lying for you. You're not my friend anymore. I don't care. But some of you are not strong enough to do that. It's called peer pressure. Doing good. How do you identify the difference between a broken and working? How do you identify the difference between a broken and working, meaning working? I don't know what you're saying. You said something broken and working. Get your English, bro. Get it right. I don't know what you're saying. Just type it in again. Type it in again.
Okay.
Type it in again. How do you do when someone is driving crazy? Me. Are you angry? Did you lose that cookie deal that could pay your family $500,000? And you're like, oh my God, it happens. I think like if you have a death in the family, or your family inherited a lot of money, or you failed English 12 and you're going to go to summer school and your mom was like, we're supposed to be going to Florida. No, Mom, I got something to tell you. I used ChatGTP and DeepSeek and I failed English 12. Well, that's your dumb fault. We're going to Florida. You go to your class. When you're done, we'll send you a ticket to fly down. Okay? So those events, you shouldn't drive when you're emotionally upset. Okay? What is the most important part of the vehicle? The tires. The tires separate you and the ground. The tire. So you got to learn how to go to an ATM. You got to learn how to go through a drive-through. You have to learn to pull up to a gas pump. You have to learn to check your oil, to check your tire pressure. A lot of driving companies don't do this anymore. You have to do your maintenance. Fortunately, I'm an enthusiast and I love cars and I have a 68 Camaro in the garage. So I love maintenance. I'm crying because it's just sitting there dying, but I don't have the extra money right now. What do you do when you're put over by the police? You turn on your inside light. You put your hands on the dashboard. They're nervous. You're nervous. If you move, they're like, bro, I'm going to shoot you. But I moved. I saw something shiny. I'm going to ask questions later. So turn on your dashboard, interior light, pull over to the side, turn on your four ways, let your windows down. If you get into accident, same thing. Try to get the car off to the road. What skills should you focus on most when preparing for the driver's test? Just being comfortable, having good speed control, being a defensive driver, listening to your coach. You're going to listen to me as your instructor. You're going to listen to your mom, whoever's in the front seat. If your mom says go left, go left. If your stepdad says stop, you don't listen. You listen to whoever's in the front seat. More on that later. When you turn the wheel while making turns, does the wheel automatically go back? The wheel does automatically, the tires and the steering wheel does automatically turn back. But if you jerk it, the rear of the car will spin out. I've had students that in the wintertime and we spin around in a circle. I'm saying, I'm not on the merry-go-round. Why are you treating me like this? I'm sorry. Go into your turn slow. I will teach you that on the first drive. Didn't you say that we would get an email? I said you would get an email with your digital certificate when you're done with this class. The school should have set up your mom or guardian set up your account. Then once the driver school has your account, you're going to get a study guide. You're going to get whatever driver must know. You're going to get those necessary documents. Most driver schools across the country are set up in a digital format. So we can upload your birth certificate. We can upload your test. Eventually, it's going to be all paper. Every 3 to 5 years, they make an update. Okay, 10 years ago, there wasn't online class. This happened post-COVID. Post-COVID, I was at a high school driving 36. You're like, what? Yes, I was driving 36. I had a backup instructor. He drove 10. I drive 26. I give students my schedule. Okay. They drive with their friends. Okay. So in the future, you're going to be able to pick your driving times, not right now. When my tire pressure is down, when is it dire? Under 15 pounds, because your tire will overheat, then it will explode. Under 15 pounds. Good question. What kind of dash cam? I'll have to take a look. I'll give you some recommendations. Good question. What should I do when I'm turning in a hill that's too tall to see over? Go slow, control your vehicle. If you are too aggressive on the wheel, the car could go into the ditch. It could go out of the lane to the left. We don't have a lot of hilly areas. I could take you to a hilly area, but that will be on your 4th or 5th drive. How much do you turn the steering wheel to do a 90-degree turn? You turn completely, hand over hand, about 2 turns. Some cars, you can, a sports car, it has a shorter steering ratio. You just need to turn 1 turn. A school bus, they have to turn and turn and turn. You've seen that before. How can I stop in the skid? You can't. You're going to spin out and flip your car. You want to lift your foot. You want to slow your speed down. It does depend on the steering rack. Sports cars have a sport gear ratio. A Corvette, a Mustang, they have a smaller gear ratio for exciting steering. Your grandmother's 1989 Subaru doesn't have sports steering. Sports cars have sports steering, sports suspension. Mom and dad cars have mom suspension, mom steering. I'm trying to give you some clues to help. You're like, okay, I can understand. Couldn't explain skid more. You go too fast in a turn, you spin out. So the rear of the car will spin out or the front wheels will skid out. Once you get your 30 hours of driving between 3 months, what are you getting? Are you getting in trouble? No, I'm playing. You have to contact a driving school, 30 hours in 3 months. You're eligible for the next segment of driving. Do you already have your permit? It depends on your age. It depends on your hours. Some of you are asking about time. The bottom line is all of you need to drive for 3 months. Regardless, if you're 16, still 3 months. If you're 17, 3 months. If you're almost 18, if you turn 18, and one of you is getting ready to turn 18, you're going to have to go to Secretary of State. And you can't drive with anyone else. We'll talk about that later. So all of you have to drive 3 months. If you're under 18, you're going to have to be 15, be 16. You can't rush time. A lot of you want to rush time. You can't. You need this time to drive with mom, drive with dad. Stop. I hate my mom and dad. That's your problem. I'm not in your house. She is mean to me. You mean to her. He doesn't. You don't do your work. So everyone has a different situation. My mom never talks because you scream at her. My dad is mean because you mean to him. I'm being real with you guys. How do you identify if a car's not working? How do you identify if a car is not working to beat ability? It can. Your sentences are confusing. I don't understand you. I'm going to go to the next. What type of vehicle has the best gas mileage? It depends on the vehicle, usually subcompacts. Your Subaru, I will show you your Traverses. Each car has a class. They're subcompacts, they're full size, they're SUVs. So someone needs to educate you. I can educate you on that. If you're driving a bigger SUV, they drink gas. Well, that's what my mom giving me. Well, I guess you better have a job. Usually most people put $20 in for 2 or 3 days. That'll get you about half a tank. And then, Mama, I need gas. I just gave you gas on Tuesday. I know it's Friday. I have to take all my friends home. Stop taking your friends home. And you're like, but I want to be the cool kid. But you're the dumb kid because you keep burning up all your gas and your friends aren't giving you money. If you fail your driving test in segment 1, do you have to retake the class? No. You have to retake the test. And I'll see you next month. How do you identify if a car's not working? I don't understand you. Anyway, I thought the questions were good. Type in what you learned, please. Type it in. We're going to see 4 or 5 videos. You need to see that. Okay. And then I'll try to find some on skids, roundabouts, 3-point turns, defensive driving, car maintenance, because you need to be educated. Maybe your mom and dad don't have a classic car at home. And they're like, I don't know nothing about no cars. Well, grandma gave me her car. Grandma's car needs a battery. Her cat died in there. The tires are dry rotted, because over time, the tires will get a flat spot, like my head. No, they'll get a flat spot. And then if you don't keep air in the tires, they're eventually going to crack. So if you fill them up with air, as soon as they get up to operating temperature, you have a blowout. So you're like, grandma gave me a car, but I need tires. I need a battery. Her water hose is broke. Well, what do you want us to do? Well, you better get a job. But I thought you were going to help me. We did help you. We gave you grandma's car. So some of you will get a car, but it needs maintenance, tires, brakes, windshield wiper blades. So if you don't learn about a car, you're never going to learn. Then you're going to pay someone. I'm going to pay my uncle. He loves you because you are his niece or nephew. But that could have been $1,500. He'll do it for $500. Uncle, can you have it ready next week? No, it's going to be ready at the end of the summer. I have paid customers, but I'm your nephew. You're right. I'll put it first. It's still going to take 2 weeks. I got to order parts. And that's what some of you don't understand, right? G's like, yeah. I'm playing with you, G. It's all good. So you got to do your maintenance. Tires, brakes, air filters. The driver's their car was driving this weekend. The vent filter was covered with leaves and grass. So the car was overheating. I rinsed off the radiator. I rinsed off the vent. Now we have cool air. Not cold air for the air conditioning, but cool air. Okay. A manual is different than an automatic. Maybe you get a car with a manual. You better learn how to drive a stick shift. It's not that difficult. Guys, thank you. Look at these videos. Bye.